Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures. My name is Malie, and today is the day that we're going to do the video where I divide my houseplants. Now, I did a video just a few minutes ago actually that I posted a couple of days ago, and I'll link that up here. And that video is about what houseplants I have and what their requirements are. Now, I don't really grow houseplants because I end up killing them. So this is going to be my experiment to see if I can actually get them to live and if I enjoy growing them. If I do enjoy growing them and if they do live, then maybe I'll grow more. But there are 5 different houseplants in here, and I've done a little research on the soils that they need, and I have that soil already in these pots. The soil that I'm using is basically what I had. So I have done a previous video on potting soil, and I'll link that above, that I created. And I also have Miracle-Gro potting soil, plus I had some seed starting mix. Now, I did not have enough of any one of those separately to put into pots for these houseplants, so I mixed them all together, added a little bit more pumice for drainage, and then for the Dracaena, which looked like it needed to hold more moisture, I added some vermiculite in this pot. Now, one thing we need to know is the difference between vermiculite and perlite. Let me see. I don't know how well you can see this. Vermiculite and perlite are different. Vermiculite pulls moisture in and holds it and then slowly releases it. Perlite does not suck in the moisture and hold it. It allows drainage. It just opens up the soil and allows more drainage. So we'll see how that works. You know, as I've said before, I'm not an expert in growing houseplants. This is going to be an experiment. And we'll work with things and see, you know, if they're not working, maybe I'll take them out of the pots, clean them off, and try a different type of soil. But that's what I've done so far. So let's get to separating the houseplants. Now, these houseplants came in a basket. And inside that basket, they were in this plastic container that has no drainage. So I've had to be very careful with watering these. Since the water doesn't drain out the bottom, if I overwatered them, we would have had a lake sitting at the bottom of this and it would have rotted all the roots. So I've basically waited to water until everything has dried out, where I can lift this up and it's really light. Now, that's not the best according to what I've learned for each one of these plants, so that's why I've got to separate them out and get them into pots so I can give them the amount of water each one likes. So let's carefully pull these out and see what the roots look like. We're going to pull the moss off the top. These came with moss on the top. So here we have all the plants with their individual roots. So I'm going to try and remove as much dirt as possible and see if I can tease these plants gently apart without killing the roots. Now, the first one I'm going to pot up is this prayer plant. I think it's really pretty, and I'm excited to see if I can get it to live. Now, if you want to know the care requirements for these plants, please watch the video above. This one I'm just transplanting. I'm not going to go over the care of each plant. So let's take it. The roots look really nice. You can see that they're not dark, so they're not rotting yet. We'll add a little more potting soil around it. So now we have one potted up. I'm really excited. Let's move on to the next one. Now let's try the peace lily and see how that goes. This pot might be a little bit small for it, but I'll pot it up later if it looks like it's not happy. So we've got this in my little pot. We'll see how well it does. If you notice deep inside, we've got more flowers coming. And then we've got this little tiny flower here. So this is making me happy. Next, we're going to do the crouton. Its roots also are looking healthy. So now the crouton is all potted up. Now last of all is the philodendron. Now it looks like this is a bunch of different cuttings all stuck into the same pot. Yeah, there's quite a few of them, so I'll spread these evenly throughout the pot. Now if you look really carefully, you can see where they cut the leaf right here, and you can see where the roots are coming out of it. So that's how you propagate philodendrons. There you can see we have these spread evenly throughout the pot, and that's the last one. So here we go. I've got different spots for my plants. We'll see how well they do here. If I have the light on the shelf above on, then the crouton, the prayer plant, and the dracaena can get bright but indirect light. So I think those will thrive there. And then the philodendron and peace lily, which can deal with lower light, can be on the top. They'll still get light because of all the light in the room, but they're not going to be getting direct light, which what I read will burn them. But I think this is a good start. I think this is a good place to try them out, and we'll see how they do. So thank you for coming with me on this new houseplant adventure. Hopefully it works. I'm really excited to see how well they do. And I'd love to hear what you're growing houseplant-wise and what you've learned in your years of growing them. Or if you're just starting out like me, I'd love to hear what you're going to do. So if you like my videos, I hope you like and subscribe, share them with your friends, and go have a wonderful garden adventure.